one. Good morning, Facebookers. It's Pete Cohen here. Thank you so much for joining me for day 4 of this week on Drive. Drive, it sounds like this is some sort of radio show, you know, going home, driving home. Welcome to Drive. Well, the fascinating thing about human beings is our drive. You know, what is driving you right now? Here we go. This is right now. This is live. So I just need to share this on a couple of places and then we'll be good to go. One more place and then we'll begin. Share it on the My365 Facebook page. Share in a group. You can all join the My365 group. Private Facebook page. There we go. We've shared it. We're live. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Who have we got in the house this morning? We've got Verity in the house. We've got Gillian in the house. We've got another Gillian. 2 Gillians right next to each other. You can never have enough Gillians. I've always said that. We've got Simon Jordan in the house. We've got Susie Beaumont in the house. We've got Vernon Harris in the house. We've got Helen in the house. Look how many people here, guys. Please share this. Let's get this information out there. You know, I ask you each and every day. Stefan is in the house. Ben Dale is in the house. Joy Smith is in the house. All of you guys are in the house, and it's time for us to rock this and take you and your life to a whole new level. We've got Mandy in the house. We've got so many amazing people. We've got Linda Duncan in the house. We've got Sarah in the house. We've got Liz. It's time to start. Thank you for joining me. It's day 4 on the week on Drive. For me, this is all about upgrading the operating system which you are moving in your life. And I really hope that this is making some sense to you guys and you realize that you have the ability to make huge changes in your life. And it's often huge changes, massive changes, but it's the minute, the small little things that we do on a day-to-day basis. So the operating systems that we have, we believe there's a motivation 1.0, a motivation 2.0, a motivation 3.0, which I wouldn't actually call motivation. I'd call it inspiration, but that's just the way I look at it. Let's just talk about that for a moment. Motivation 1.0 was, you know, a few thousand years ago. That's all we needed. That motivation system was called survive. And all you needed to do was survive. That was your motivation. You weren't, you know, bothered about bling blings and collecting things. You were just literally, we just are motivated to survive, to eat, to procreate, just to keep going. That's all. Then maybe in the 19th century, 20th century, another system was created. And that really was the carrot and the stick, which was how most of us have now adopted that, which is if you do this, then you'll get that. If you don't do this, then you won't get that, or you'll get this, or you'll get sacked. And most of us are living our life that way. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad way, but it never lasts, especially when it comes to motivation, because if you use that operating system to do the things you don't want to do, it will never, ever, ever last. Good luck. 16 days, having spent 25 years, having read hundreds of books, having written loads of books. This is a habit-busting book. Look, this is my habit-busting book published in Korean. Can you believe this? This is my Stop Smoking book in Japanese. Can you believe it? I've got books which have been published all over the world. This is a good book. Look, Life, DIY. The reason, this is the first book I ever wrote. Look, Slimming with Pete. I look like a botanist. Can you believe this? The reason I'm showing you this is not to impress you, because I know so much more. I've progressed because I'm into 3 things. I'm into operating system 3.0, which is motivation / inspiration. So if you've been living your life with a carrot and stick, what tends to happen is your intrinsic motivation to do things because you just want to do them, because you actually enjoy doing them, has gone. You know, if you tell a child, look, I'll pay you to go and take out the washing, right? So you pay the child to go out and do the washing. You keep doing it enough, the child will then never do it through an instinctive thing. This is a good thing to do. So no, I'll only do this because you're going to pay me to do it. So the motivation system 2.0 just doesn't work, and we have to upgrade. And that's what My365 is all about. It's about you upgrading your life, taking your life to a whole new level. Who's fired up right now? Who gets what I'm saying? Is this comprehending? Is this message coming in? And you're going, yes, I understand that. I feel what you're saying. What do I need in my life? I need 3.0, motivation / inspiration, which is all about autonomy. You in your life feeling like you have some sort of control, right? Now, this is a challenge if you've given your life in the service to other people, which often people do for jobs, right? Which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a job, but many people with their job, they're just serving someone else. They don't always enjoy their job. But when you don't have to work all the time. And maybe you can even find a way in your job to use your own autonomy, because there is a rebel inside you. There is a rebel inside you that wants to do your own thing. We often get in our way. We often, the duck in our head often stops us from using our autonomy, saying what we think, doing what we really want to do, and then mastery. I can't believe over 3,000 people, I think, watched my car arrive yesterday. I didn't realize it was coming in a truck, but 3,000 people watched my truck, watched my car arriving. And I can't remember why I was telling you that story. And I think nearly 30,000 people have watched, I remember now, 30,000 people have watched the video that Hannah and I made when we got the news from the oncologist about her being cancer-free. Now, that's a story. Many people have watched that story and identify with it. But what about your story? You see, we believe that you have an opportunity to create an amazing story, but it's going to take some work. Now, the guy that bought the car yesterday, he was really into martial arts, and we started talking, and he's been doing it for years. And that is the second part of the 3 parts of Motivation 3.0, which is mastery. Finding things that you can work on to master. Mastering meditation, mastering yoga, mastering creating something, mastering something that there is an intrinsic desire to do it. You get, so whether it's playing golf, whether it's singing, whether it's just something you can work on to get better and better and better and better. Does that make sense? I have been asked by my coach to stop saying that question, does this make sense? Because it's not always the best thing to say. And sometimes it's just best to leave a pause and ask you, can you hear me? How important this information is. So the third component to Motivation 3.0 is purpose. Doing things that give you autonomy, doing things that you can master, that match your purpose. My purpose is to positively impact the lives of 100 million people. And I can say that in one sentence. And I want all of you to think about one sentence that you can describe what your purpose in your life is. One sentence to bring about your purpose. You don't necessarily have to come up with it straight away. But if someone says to me, what do you do? Positively impact the lives of millions of people every single day. Inspire people to be better than their best every single day. That's my sentence. Inspire people to be better than their best every single day. What's your sentence? It's like thinking of at a cocktail party and someone says, what do you do? If you said, I'm an accountant, does that really do justice to who you are and what you do? Sharon, rather than struggling with your purpose, you should be inspired to find it. And maybe your purpose right here, right now, is for you to make yourself a better version of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever it is. And then when you have your sentence, it's every day realizing, did I live in alignment with my sentence? Did I live my life in alignment with my purpose? Was today a great day? Could tomorrow be a better day than today? And what you find with most people is a purpose is when you become, you achieve something, you learn something, and you want to give it back. This is what a hero is, by the way, and I look at all of you as heroes, regardless of what you know your purpose is. And believe you me, I didn't get it straight away. It took someone else to help me really work out what my purpose is. Your purpose is your choice. Your purpose might be to be a great mother, to be a great friend, to raise 4 children, to teach people English. It could be anything you want, but it's something that resonates with you and something you can work on to get better. You see, a hero is someone who protects other people. A hero is someone who's often mastered something and then wants to give it back. When you look at the hero's journey, it's someone who's gone full circle and has been tested, come back stronger, and then wants to share that with some other people. You pass it on. That's why, for many of you, what we do here is great, but I think most of you know now with My365 Elite, you have the opportunity to go that bit deeper with our masterclasses. Plus, I don't know how many of you know about this, but the My365 Summit, this is happening in September 23rd. This is great, but imagine spending 8 hours, not just with me, but with other professionals, Dr. Rakowski, Patty Drobonowski, people who have actually, we've spent our lives dedicated to help people like you create an amazing life. If you haven't had a look and find out more about the My365 Summit 2017, 23rd of September, put that date in your diary. You have an amazing opportunity to be immersed and be surrounded by some other incredible My365ers who have gone to work on making themselves proud, making themselves the person that they were put on this earth to be. You know that you were put on this earth to make a difference. You know that you were put on this earth to have an impact, whether it was on one person or on millions of people. It really doesn't matter. Listen, tomorrow is Good Friday. I'm still going to be here. I'm going to bring everything together and summarize this week. It's a big week. And I've got another big week for us planned next week. I will be here on Easter Monday as well. I'm excited to continue to work, to be your coach, to show up every single day for you. I'm showing up for you. I'm also showing up for me, because me doing this gives me an opportunity for me to get better, for me to become the most inspirational person I can be. I thank you very much for being here. Let me just take this off here for a second. Say goodbye to everyone on, what do you call it, on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Also, my friends, all of our My365ers, I'm looking for more images. I want to see pictures. You know, I have to remind you, you want to show this great life that you're leading. You want to share it with others. So what I want to do here, if you don't mind, is this is also for record as well. So this is a video. This is day 4 on Drive. Thank you so much for everyone that has joined us this morning. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Marty. Really have a think about your sentence. You know, to sum your life up in a sentence. People say, you know, what do you do for a living? I'm an accountant. I'm a lawyer. I'm a nurse. But that's not really who you are. That's what you choose to do. And having some form of autonomy in your life is really important. We're talking about upgrading your motivation. Motivation 1.0, thousands of years ago, that was about survival. Motivation in the 19th century and the 20th century has all been about the carrot and the stick. If you do this, then you'll get that. If you don't do this, you won't get that. Motivation 3.0 is all about your autonomy, your mastery, working on something to get better and finding your purpose. It is work in progress. It always is. I appreciate all of you showing up here this morning. Make sure you have an amazing day. We'll see you tomorrow for Good Friday. It will be not Good Friday. It will be Great Friday. See you tomorrow and have an amazing day. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you haven't shared this or you're watching this on replay, get it out there. Let's go to work.